Hello everybody. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to find a linear regression using Excel. First, make sure you're logged into Canvas, and we're going to go to Modules to download the Chapter 5 Excel example spreadsheet. So I'm going to click on the file and then download to my desktop. And when you open up the file, you're going to see the various tabs at the bottom for the examples we'll be going over in this chapter. And I'm going to go all the way to the left where it says example 4.3 regression. Click on that. So example 4.3 we've been looking at quite a bit, and this is from the last chapter in pages 103 to 104. And it's looking at the explanatory versus response relationship between X, which is the state percent of graduates taking the SAT, which is column B, versus Y, which is the state mean SAT mathematics score, which is column C here. To create the linear regression equation, we're going to start by making a scatter plot. So highlight all the data contained in both columns B and C. Then you're going to go over to Insert, Scatter, and select the first scatter plot. And so we have here a generic scatter plot. What I will do is a couple of things. I'm going to adjust the axes first so I can see the data a little bit better. So I'm going to double click on the y-axis, and I'm going to change the minimum to 425, just like we did in the last chapter. So we see the scatter plot a little bit better. And also notice that the font is rather small. So clicking on the graph, I'm going to go over to Home and change the font now to, let's say, size 14. Okay. So we have a little bit of a better picture here. What's next? Well, click on the graph again and go over to Chart Design. Under Chart Design, we will go over to Quick Layout, and this time we must select Quick Layout number 9. And when we do that, it inserts the regression equation for us. Now the graph is looking very smushed at the moment, so we'll have to make some adjustments. On the right side, you're going to see a legend. The dots represent the data points, and the dashed line represents the regression equation. I'm just going to click on that and delete it because I feel that that's pretty self-explanatory. The title on the top is optional. It's not required. I'm also going to delete that as well. And next, there's a box here that contains the regression equation. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to drag the box somewhere to where I can see it more clearly. So notice here in the regression equation, we have y equals negative 1.2607x plus 586.05. We want all of our data values rounded to 4 decimals. And notice the y-intercept is only to 2, while the slope is to 4. So how do we fix that? Double click on the box. And over here on the side, you're going to see label options. So click on that. And then afterwards, you're going to click on the bars. Now under this, you're going to see a tab that says number. And when I open that, you see category here. We're going to change that from general to number. And from here, you're going to see a box that allows us to input the number of decimals we want. So I'm going to change this from 2 to now 4. And the regression equation is automatically going to print the slope and y-intercept to 4 decimal places, in addition to the value r squared right here. Now, r squared is the correlation squared, which represents something a little bit different, and we're going to go over that in class. Okay. So at this point, you can add in your axes labels. So the x-axis, we had the state percent of graduates. Taking the SAT. And for the y-axis, we have the state mean SAT score, or SAT mathematics score. It's still looking a little smushed, so I can stretch out the graph some more. All right, move this over a little bit. One last thing, the dashed line itself blends in too much with the dots, so we're also going to have to adjust that as well. In order to do so, double click on the line and notice that it's automatically taking me to where it says trend line options. This is not where we're going to edit the line itself. However, it does show you how to find other regressions as well. At any rate, to go ahead and edit the line itself, you're going to click on the paint can. And from there, you're going to see towards the middle, it says dash type. Click on that and we're going to change it to a solid line. Now, I don't want it to blend in with the dots, so I'm going to change the color of the line itself to black. So this concludes how you find the linear regression using Microsoft Excel. What I'd like for you guys to do now is to repeat this process for Apply Your Knowledge problems 5.4 and 5.5, and this can be found on pages 134 through 135. So you click on the Apply Your Knowledge 5.4 tab, it's going to show you the data for the sea surface temperature versus coral rate growth. And when you click on the Apply Your Knowledge 5.5 tab, it's going to show you the data for the 26 Ohio counties looking at the homicide rate versus the suicide rate. Okay, so that's it. Please let me know if you have any questions, and thank you for watching.